Every few years, the internet collectively decides a movie's the greatest sci-fi ever made. Right now, that movie is Project Hail Mary. If you spent 5 minutes on social media this week and you've got interest in the movie community, you've seen the same 3 words over and over. Cinematic masterpiece. There's TikToks, YouTube Shorts.
Is Project Hail Mary this generation's E.T.?
Influencers with millions of followers claiming it restored their faith in cinema. Ryan Gosling's performance is career-defining. But before you buy your IMAX ticket for March 20th, let's just talk about the Selfie. Check the feed again. The influencer who just called the film a transcendent experience, let's go back a few videos in their timeline. Oh, what's that? A smiling picture with Ryan Gosling at the Los Angeles premiere. It's not a review, it's access journalism. Amazon spent $250 million on this film. They are buying early sentiment by flying creators to premieres and giving them clout in exchange for immediate, high energy validation. Sit here, meet Ryan Gosling, watch the movie, have some champagne. They're protecting their investment from organic bad reviews by flooding the zone with masterpiece claims 2 weeks before you can even see it. Check out our video on Rotten Tomatoes to see that this is not just Amazon practice, it's industry wide. But why go to this much trouble? Look, to understand that, we briefly need to talk about the really sexy word surplus and how it sounds positive, but it's actually an economic nightmare. You see, surpluses. In a natural market, if there's too much of something, the price drops. But that's a disaster for the people at the top. In the 1980s, the US government had so much extra milk due to multi-billion-dollar subsidies that they gave the dairy industry, they had to hide 1.4 billion pounds of cheese in underground caves in Missouri. How did they fix this? They didn't lower prices. They used consumers' brains to fix the ledger. They launched Got Milk and turned a surplus problem into a celebrity-backed lifestyle choice. Demand engineering. We see it nowadays. The craze of Dubai chocolate. We're in this pistachio oversell. Starbucks. Look, think about the neon green pistachio filling that took over our feeds in 2025. It feels like a viral accident, right?
It's false. No way. Not this time.
You see, in late 2025, California growers who've been aggressively planting trees for a decade hit a record-shattering £1.57 billion harvest. That's a terrifying amount of nuts. If they didn't move that inventory, the price would crater and the California agriculture economy would collapse. So they engineered a trend. They branded the pistachio as Dubai luxury and Starbucks gold. They made you crave a nut you usually ignore until Christmas to clear a local surplus. Now let's bring that back to Project Hail Mary. I would argue Amazon is doing the same thing. The surplus that they're clearing down at the moment isn't nuts, it's negative sentiment. People are tired of billionaires, full stop. But they're tired of billionaires playing with rockets while the earth burns. Jeff Bezos has a PR surplus of bad vibes. So, Amazon launches Project STEM Heroes in American schools this month. They use Ryan Gosling's lovable science teacher character to tell your kids that space travel isn't a luxury, it's heroic necessity to save our planet, nay, our species. This movie suddenly becomes a $250 million lobbying campaign. While people are sitting in the cinemas crying over the friendship between an astronaut and a rock alien, Bezos' other company, Blue Origin, is preparing for its massive Blue Moon lunar launch in Q2. If the movie makes you feel hopeful about space, you're not going to complain when billions of tax dollars flow into Blue Origin's NASA contracts later this year. Right, tinfoil hat off. By all means go see the movie, it's probably great. The book, the source material, the grounding, the crew they've got in, it bodes well. But just remember, you're not just a viewer. To Amazon, you're a prospect, you're a data set. We're getting milked by a billionaire who wants you to think the stars belong to him. Next time you see a viral trend or a must-see masterpiece shouted about, ask yourself, who's the selfie for and what's the surplus they're trying to clear?